calling the law firm of Hyler Lopez. Good morning, Hyler Lopez.
Yes, ma'am. Is this
It is.
okay? This is Steve Hoskins. I got the two charges: simple assault and communicating threats against me.
Yes.
All right. I was just down at the courthouse, and there's a warrant out for my arrest because I didn't show up for court on December the 8th.
Hang on just a moment, Steve.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, this is Bob Lopez.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, I got a warrant for my arrest right now for not showing up for court.
Well, what happened? My partner's on his way over there in the next couple minutes because we found out that they only continued one of the two of them. Or where are you at now?
I'm at my mom's house.
Did
Nope.
somebody come there?
Nope. I went down to the clerk of courts this morning, and they told me that I had a warrant for my arrest, and she told me to leave and come and call you.
Okay, good.
Now, when I go outside, are they going to pick me up? Are they going to impound my car?
No, most likely nobody's going to come looking for you, anything like that on this type thing. If you got stopped for a traffic ticket or something like that.
Okay, now let me say something. My niece has called the sheriff. The sheriff come here on December 23rd. I had to let him in, had to wake my mom up. She's been telling the sheriff's department that I've been beating my mom. He talked to my mom for about 20 minutes, knew it was a lie, and left. On December 25th, two sheriffs come back, a man and a woman, and they were acting strange, and that's why, because I had that warrant for my arrest. And they went ahead and left. You know, they said they was going to put it in the computer. See, my nieces want my mom up there because she can't pay her bills. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you
But
this. Did you all go to Ohio?
Yeah, we did, and we didn't go see her. I just went up there and found out I had no court papers at all, and that's why I went to the courthouse today to figure out what the hell's going on. And they said, you got a warrant for your arrest. And I said, go turn myself in. They said, no, go call your lawyer.
Okay. Let me tell you what we think happened there, okay? We took over the day that waiver of counsel thing that you signed that had both file numbers on it, for the two different charges. We went there, the normal thing, the other attorney in the firm, basically, he went over, delivered that to them. They gave him a new court date of the 26th or whatever it is. Now, in the computer, right now, they've continued one of them, but not the other. My partner, basically, when we found out about a day or two ago about that, he's taken that over there now. I tried calling and couldn't talk with anybody yesterday. Then nobody returned my call, and he's on his way over there in the next few minutes. He's taking care of a couple different matters, and one of them he was going to check on this to see what happened, why the other one wasn't continued. And now what you've been told, there's a warrant for your arrest on that for the failure to appear.
Right.
So he's going to go try to get that straightened out. I'm going to let him know that. I mean, he's going to leave in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I figured if they was going to take me to jail, when they come here on the 25th, when they first come in, I could tell something was up. They was acting really, really strange. They stayed 45 minutes, went all through the house, all through the apartment and everything, and they left. But now I know why they were acting strange. They had a warrant for my arrest. So they could have took me if they'd wanted to.
No, but I don't think that's...
Well, they didn't... Then that's not why they came here. That's not why they came here. They came here because Emily called them. And then Emily, she's called them 5 times. The sheriffs have been here 5 times. They're going to get my mom evicted. Is what they're going to do.
And basically, she's called and said that you've been beating your mama.
Correct. She's calling from Westerville, Ohio, saying I've been beating my mom.
It was Ron that did.
Okay, and they've come out and they've investigated that. Your mom is saying there's no evidence your mom is being beaten. and your mama, they've questioned your mama about that, right?
Correct. And they leave every time.
Mama says no, and they leave every time.
Right. She explains to them that Emily's wanting money. Is what it's all about. She can't pay her bills.
Right. And then that's her
Granddaughter.
right?
Yes, sir.
What is that? What is it, Teresa? Or
Teresa's kid. Yeah, Teresa's kid.
Teresa's kid. Okay.
Emily.
Now, while I got you, let me tell you, because I'm going to try getting up with y'all today. Jack Stewart, the attorney for Ronnie Bailey, okay, traded calls with him for a friggin' week, okay? I talked with him yesterday morning, okay? He's got Ronnie had come in to see him, so when more I talked, he says, okay, I know what this is about and all that. He told me he's going to get Ronnie in early next week to go over, basically talk with him about the car, okay? To find out what's going on. I told him basically what he wanted was the car back. So he says he's going to get him in next week. He's going to have him, meet with him next week and then try to get a feel for it and address that issue, okay? So hopefully we'll know something on that we don't. What we really want to happen is Jack recommends that he turns that car back, and then we don't have to sue him and have a lawsuit for it. They do it all voluntarily.
Right. I think it'd be in his best interest because on the 11th we go to court. Me and Ron go to court the first time for his stuff.
Yeah, for his stuff. Right, and that's where you'll end up being a witness, and that your mom will be a witness.
And that's when I can give him all the information on. All the information. When I was in Ohio, I went by a friend of mine's, gave him that little tape player, and he got everything off of it. So it's real good, clear quality. You can hear everything. Perfect.
Okay, that's the incident itself, right?
Correct. Now you guys are supposed to subpoena the two 911 calls from my cell phone. And like I said, with that, you can tell, and the whole thing between the 911 calls and what I taped, the whole conversations are recorded. So you can tell I never threatened his life.
Now you said basically that 911 calls, those basically that they're going to be there, and that'll be in your case.
Well, yeah, if you subpoenaed them, you need to say, okay, the phone number, I gave it to Mr. Hyatt, or Mr. Hyler. Area code 252-207-5623.
Hang on, give me 1 second, Steve. Okay, 225. Tell me that again.
Area code 252-207-5623. And hang on a second, I take exactly one of the calls at 8:05 a.m. and the other one was at one was at 8:05 a.m. and the other one was at 8:28 a.m. on the morning of the 27th. But I went through all Ron's bank records. I mean, he transferred for himself $4,200 some, and he tried to do $1,200 on the 28th, but we closed the account. I mean, the records are there. And then if you figure out what he spent at the grocery stores and what and all them cards and all, Ron went through he went through probably $10,000 of her money himself, not counting taking her car.
Listen, you just broke up, okay? Last thing I heard you say was when you said once you start counting this. Now let me ask you, just hold on 1 second here. That's going to be 10/27/2015. Those are the 911 calls.
Correct.
And those are to the 207-5623 number.
Correct. With the 252 area code.
And that's say the area code again.
252. That's the Outer Banks.
Oh, okay. Now whose cell phone is that? Is that yours?
That's mine. When I bought the car, I went across the street and bought a cell phone. Well, actually, they're like $5. They're cheap. And that's why it has so many minutes on it. I never use it. I just keep it in the car. But I took it in the night of the 27th. I brought the phone in with me because I knew Ron, if he ain't trying to swindle me out of something, last I expected him to start beating me on the head with them keys like that. He normally just tries to swindle me. And I just record all the times he tries to swindle me.
Yeah. Okay, well that's what sort of shocked me. I was expecting a Ohio area code, and it had the codes for the Eastern North Carolina area code there.
Correct.
Okay, well let me give that to Hyler to deal with there.
Okay. Well, I gave it to him. I gave him to him the day I signed that waive my free attorney thing.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna look in the file just to make sure he's got that and all that there. Basically, to do that.
Okay, now I got a program sold. I think it's out in Clyde, and I'm supposed to go there, and I got to call this guy. So it's safe for me to drive out there and take computers in the car.
It probably. How soon do you got to leave?
I can probably tell him I can be there about 2. So that means I can leave about 1.
Yeah, why don't you give about an hour? I'm going to catch him before he walks out the door, okay? Maybe 20 minutes ago he said, I'm leaving. Anybody need anything? I'm leaving about 20 minutes, and that was about 10 minutes or so ago. So let me catch him to make sure, let him know that's what they've told you, so he can get that call and fail stricken. I mean, we went back when we heard about that, 2 days ago. We went back and checked what we took over to them, and it had both file numbers on it, and the clerk only did it for one file number. And then we tried calling Sean, the guy. I left probably about 3 or 4. Well, I made about 4 or 5 calls over there yesterday afternoon trying to get up with them, and couldn't get anybody in Georgesville this morning, and everybody was waiting on hold forever. But so he's going to go over there, and probably in about 30-40 minutes I'll know whether he's got this.
I'll leave it.
If he's got it all taken care of.
I'll leave this phone plugged in. Can you just call me back? Say at 12 o'clock. It's 11 now.
Yeah. What number is that? The 252?
No. 937-867. Shit. Let me get.
Hang on a second. 937.
867-2787.
2787. Beautiful. Okay. And what were you over there? You were over there this morning or yesterday?
This morning.
Clerk's office. Okay, so you're over there trying to get something else and that, and then
Well, I knew that. I just stopped and asked the lady if I had any court dates, and see, you're not on record as being my attorney neither.
Well, which one did they give there?
They told me I didn't have an attorney. They told me to go and talk to the prosecutor. And I went straight from there up to the prosecutor and told them. And like I said, the lady, the clerk of courts told me, said, don't tell them you have an attorney when you get up there because they won't talk to you. So I didn't tell them I had an attorney. And I mean, on record, I don't. So that's when she said. Then she told me, I told her after we talked a little bit, she said, be in this next Friday, be in somewhere down the first floor. And I said, well, I actually do have an attorney. She said, leave here and immediately call him.
Okay, so you went to the DA's office after the clerk's office, then, right?
Correct. To find out. I was going to turn myself in because I figured they'd order me right back out again.
Yeah, because what they normally do is they do the call, they strike the call and fails on Friday mornings and that. They do that.
So I'd have been the last one called.
Come in.
Yeah, she told me there between.
Tomorrow the courthouse will be closed, so it'll be next Friday. But hopefully this will all be taken care of in about an hour or so. Okay.
Okay. Well, I got to go because I got to call this dealer, and actually I got about 3 people I got to call. But I'll leave the phone on, so call me back when you find something out. Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, Steve.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.